Hi guys, and welcome to our next session. Since we have all the things that we require to head towards our next step and get into some real action, but just before that, let's talk about variables. I'm sure everyone would have heard it at some point of time in their life. To be precise, back in the days when we used to study algebraic expressions and finding x and y was real fun. So, what are variables? Variables are nothing else, they are just the placeholders or the containers to store some value in it. So, in computers, what we do is we create a variable, we assign a value to it, and that's it. So, for example, let's consider an empty jar. That means a empty variable. Okay. So, if you fill that empty jar with rice, what you will call it? It will be called as a jar of rice, right? If you fill it up with beans, it will be a jar of beans. Similarly, if you fill it up with chocolates, it will be a jar of chocolate. Also, if you fill it up with, let's say, sugar syrup, it will be a jar of sugar syrup. So all these are different types of things which when placed in the same jar will be known as different type of jar, right? So in Python also you need not have to define the type of variable first. Whatever value you put in to that variable, it becomes the type of variable. So what are variables? They are containers that are used to store data. Perfect. So now let's uh, play around with this, and what we are going to do is we'll open IDLE. So it's a integrated development environment written in Python. So, okay, let's minimize this. So let's say we want to put some value into this x. So we assign it a value 4. So over here, what is happening is we have assigned value 4 to x. So let's see what x is having. We'll write simple x and press enter, and there you have it. So you can see that the value 4 is there for x. Now let's say x plus 3. So it prints 7. So it is adding up the value. So let's say x equal to 2 and x plus 13. Since we have assigned a new value to x which is 2. So what should be the outcome of it? It should print 15. So there we have it. So let's do some bunch of other operations as well. Let's assign x to some value 22. And now what we'll do is we'll say x by 7 and see what's it's going to print. It's giving us the value of pi 3.142857. This will be a float value. You can consider it as number followed by a decimal value would be considered as float in programming language. So what if we want to have only the value before the decimal, right? So we'll say x double division and then 7, and there you have only the value which is before the decimal. Now let's see if we can do multiplication over it. So let's say x, a multiplication sign, and 7, and let's see what it is going to print. It's 154. So let's try to do a square of x. So how we going to do that? We'll write x followed by 2 star sign. And since we want to do a square of x, so we'll write 2 and we'll hit enter. So there you have it. This is the square of 22, right? Now let's say we want to get a remainder of a value when we are dividing it with some other number. So let's see how we can do that. So we'll write x followed by modulo, which is a percentage sign, and then followed by the number with which you want to divide it and get the remainder for that. So for this I'll be using 5. So let's see, we should get 2 as a remainder, and there we have it. One more thing is, just in case you want to check what type of value is inside a variable or what type of variable is, so for that there is a inbuilt function in Python, so which is type, and then all you just need to do is mention the name of the variable that you want to check. So this is x in our case, and we'll hit enter. So you can see it is of type integer, right? Int is short form for integer. So now we will be starting with the string. So let me just maximize the window and try some operations on string. So we'll take another variable, let's say y equal to the name of the string. So just write butterfly. Let's see what's inside y. You can see butterfly. So what if I give value to y in single quote? So let's see if anything different gonna happen. When I mention it in single quote, let's see, and it's exactly the same. So it's up to you how you are going to use it. You can either use double quotes or single quotes as per your use case. Also guys, let's say if there is a single quote in between a string. So let's take another variable z and pass a string to it. So like, so let's see what it is going to print now. You can see we are easily able to write the single quote inside double quote. Similarly, what if we just wanted to use a single quote, and then there is one more quote, one more single quote that comes in between our string. Let's see if we can use that or not. So we write doesn't, and you can see this, it is taking it only this part as a string, right? And this is not. So let's try and print it out. So what is saying? It's saying invalid syntax. However, the single quote that is inside the string is actually part of the string. So how we are going to tell that no, you need to skip this quote? So for that, what we can do is we'll write, let's write a string, and then we'll use a backslash. So this backslash tells the interpreter that yes, you need to skip this quote which is falling just next to the backslash. So now if we are going to hit enter, and then we'll print z, and there you have it. So let's get back to our previous variable, which was y, and the string was butterfly. So what if you just want to have a fly to be printed on your screen? So for this, there is a concept of indexing. So the basic concept behind index is that it starts from 0. So whatever value is at the first place, it's actually at the 0th index. So for this, we need to understand that B is at the 0th index, then U is at the first index, then T is at the second index, and so on up till Y, which is the ninth value, which will be on 8th index. So what we want to do is we want to print fly. For that, we will write the name of the variable. We'll open a square bracket, and then we are going to tell what will be the starting index, like which index it should begin with. So our use cases, we want to only print fly. Since f is at the 7th position and at the 6th index, so we'll mention 6. Then we'll write a colon followed by the ending position. So it will be 9. Why we are writing 9? Because the last value, the end point, is never included. So after that, we'll close the square bracket and then we hit enter. So you can see we only got fly on our screen. Next, let's say we don't know how lengthy a string is and we just want to print the last element of the string. Like we just wanted to print y, but we don't know the length of the string. So what we can do is we can say variable name, open square bracket, and then write -1. This tells that you want to access the last element of the string, which is y. So with this, let's end this video here, and I'll be providing you with some sample questions just to brush up what we have learned so far. I will also be attaching exercise questions in the description section below. So let's just check out the questions. So I'll be minimizing this. Let's go to the exercise folder and open the exercise file. Yeah. So there it is. So for the first question, we have to take a variable named apple and assign a value similar to it. And then the next one is where we have to take a variable named as pi and assign a value 3.14. Then we have to check the type of the variable pi is. Post which we have to take another variable with name as transaction and assign a value as 1234 inside square brackets. So there is one more thing. What you can do is let's add one more thing and check the type of variable transaction is. I would highly encourage you to try out the exercise for yourself, as it will help you to quickly get familiar with the language in a very fun manner. In the next video, we'll be talking about list. So see you guys in the next video. And also please like and subscribe our channel, and do not forget to click on the bell icon in order to get instant notification as soon as a new video arrives. Thank you guys and happy learning.